there. I thought that I would take the time to make a short video, just kind of summarizing how I use data analyzation to explain my claim to fame. This video is going to be pretty short, as I just want to do an overview of my story. I'm going to glide through really quick. We're not going to talk about data or statistics. You're just going to understand the layout of my presentation. So the first thing we're going to do is go right back here and look at data and stats. We'll come back to that. These are my total subscribers, and this is really where it starts. So I began emailing my husband, Jason Morgan, and the entire U.S. military in, between December and June of 2024. And those efforts were unsuccessful. I emailed Jason, we'll dive into his stats. I emailed the senior national representative at NATO, Kyle Bayless. Those results were unsuccessful. So I also included the United States military. As you can see, I have 147 United States military addresses on my Substack email list, and we'll talk through that more. So my son was kidnapped. This is all before Substack, by the way, but my son was kidnapped. So I flew back to the United States, and over the course of September and October of 2024, I went into Pierce County Superior Court and filed motions. As you can see up here, this is my civil case, my husband, ex-husband, Aaron Frederickson, and these down here. You have to scroll down, but this is when I won. I proved that my son was kidnapped. My ex-husband was ordered in contempt and issued a $30,000 penalty. And this right here is when my ex-husband hired the attorney that shall not be mentioned to try to overturn that judge's ruling. That didn't work. So my efforts were still unsuccessful to get my son back. I did not return my son. So I then began contacting, I had been in contact with NATO during this entire time. And in December of 2024, my 150-page report that I wrote was sent all the way up to the SOGR, highest level U.S. leader over all of NATO. Everyone in NATO was aware of my situation and what had occurred, and I received no callback. Additionally, in December, I contacted the FBI, and I also contacted, was that a duplicate? I also contacted Pierce County, which is where my son was kidnapped. My efforts were unsuccessful. So in January of 2025, I began contacting the United States Department of Justice. I received no follow-up. So in March of 2025, I began contacting the U.S. State Department. I received no follow-back. I keep saying follow-back, I mean follow-up. So I escalated. In June of 2025, I launched my Substack, and I protested as a single protester with my heart at the NATO summit in Den Haag, Netherlands. These dates right here are the date that I launched my Substack, and I just categorized these by the groups in which I added people. During this period of time, I added news media, a lot of news media. And then on July 31st, I added all of the top 10 global law firms in the world. In August, I didn't add very many subscribers. Most of these were the Government Accountability Office. As you can see, we've got all the GAO right there. And so I still was not receiving any follow-up. So in September, I added more subscribers, and we'll go into these a little bit later. I don't even remember who these. Oh, I added all of the international aid organizations. that are supposedly responsible for taking care of the poor and impoverished nations across the world. I received no follow-up. And specifically, on September 5th, that is the 8 organizations. I want everyone to notice that on October 5th of 2025, I added the Pentagon. Yeah, they read me. So, beginning in November, I added, these were the No King subscribers. This was a lot bigger. These people have unsubscribed. Yes, by far, these people have unsubscribed. This is real generalist. I don't even remember what's in it. But it's just a generalist. So come December of 2025, I added 17 states. The first 17 states, I think the first 16 states, minus 2, because I couldn't find Idaho and California and didn't like their websites. And I also added the United States, or the state of Washington. I added 700 lawyers and courts from the state of Washington on December of 2025. These are the amount of people that continue to read me from that last group. So 900 of those 2,100 states continue to read me to this day. Then we'll go into a few specifics of some groups and then finish up. But this is the summary of why I feel confident that I have accomplished quite a lot over this last year and made a name for myself. We're going to talk about the meaning of all of this and the data and the stats of it, but that should give you an overview of the subject.